Chapter 372. Departure. However, every kind of arcane aura had its own unique place, and Kang Tia and the others did not dare to underestimate the wind arcane aura. It's been 5 years, but second senior brother hasn't even come out of the 18th layer hell yet. It seems that the last 18th layer hell is very terrifying. Even with second senior brother's strength, it would be difficult for him to break through in a short period of time and advance to St. Sun King. Kang Tia pondered, somewhat helpless. If second senior brother could come out with his St. Sun King strength, he could definitely defeat any harmonization stage powerhouse below the harmonization stage Seal King, and could completely help them enter the immortal mansion. However, the 18th layer of hell was obviously not that easy to get through. Even though the second senior brother had already gotten through the 17th layer of hell in the first place, he was still trapped in the 18th layer of hell. Third senior brother can't be counted on. Even if he comes out, it's useless. But it's the fact that eldest senior brother has gone after Shen Tia for almost 20 years. Why hasn't he come back yet? Kang Tia secretly said. Originally, in his opinion, with the powerful strength of the eldest senior brother, going after a tiny Shen Tia was completely a big deal. But after so many years had passed, the eldest senior brother had never returned. It was hard for Kang Tia to imagine how Shen Tia was able to escape his eldest senior brother's pursuit. In today's situation, he could only think of eldest senior brother and second senior brother, but it was a pity that both of them were absent and unable to help him. Not to mention eldest senior brother and second senior brother. Even the master has not returned. It is true that the stronger one is the busier one is. I'm afraid that when I enter the 18 layers of hell, I will also be like third senior brother, who can only come back once every few decades. Kang Tia shook his head. The stronger the strength the cultivator, the more they have no concept of time. Often a seclusion is decades, or even more than 100 years. Little white boy, good news. Just as Kang Tia was pondering, Zhao Linger's excited voice came. With a twinkle in his eyes, Kang Tia jumped up and leapt out of the waterfall, standing in the bamboo forest and looking at Zhao Linger as she flew in with a loud shout. Behind her, Fan Din and Little Gold were also following closely, but it could be seen that without using instant transmission, the speed of Little Gold and Fan Din were no match for Zhao Linger. But in a few moments, Zhao Linger appeared in front of Kang Tia, staring with wide eyes and gasping for air. Little girl, what is it? Such a fuss. Looking at Zhao Linger's panting appearance, Kang Tia said with a smile. Good news, you probably too anxious. Zhao Linger stuttered a little. Kang Tia laughed. All right, sit down and speak slowly. After saying that, he sat down himself. At this moment, Little Gold and Fan Din also rushed over. Your eldest senior brother has returned. Zhao Linger didn't sit down as she stared with eyes full of excitement. What? Eldest senior brother has returned. Kang Tia and Little Gold both cried out in shock. And then the two of them instantly moved away. Fan Din and Zhao Linger hurriedly followed. In the bamboo forest, next to third senior brother's hut, a white-clothed young man had his hands behind his back, and his gaze was bland as he watched several figures come. Eldest senior brother. The visitors yelled. It was precisely Kang Chon's for people. At this moment, Kang Tia looked a little excited. This was the first time he had seen his eldest senior brother. The first time he had seen his eldest senior brother's appearance. A white coat like snow. His body shape was thin, handsome face. Looked no more than 20 or 30 years old like. But those deep eyes, it was as if they had seen through the infinite red dust, causing one to palpitate when looking at them. If it wasn't for these eyes that were able to see through everything, eldest senior brother looked more like a fluttering gentleman. And it was really hard for Kang Tia to connect this person in front of him with the legendary Bloodblade King. Not bad. while Kang Qiao was sizing up eldest senior brother. Eldest senior brother's deep eyes also scanned Kang Qiao before revealing a trace of an appreciative smile. Hearing eldest senior brother's appreciation, Kang Qiao also revealed a smile. He had heard his second and third elder brothers say that his eldest elder brother was very strict, sometimes even more so than the master enforcement elder, and that if his second and third elder brothers were even a little bit lazy in their cultivation, they would be chastised by his eldest elder brother, especially the third elder brother. He's more idle in nature, was chastised by the eldest elder brother the most times, so the memory is still fresh. In addition, eldest senior brother's vision was very picky, no strong people. He was too lazy to say more than a single word, let alone appreciating people. In the entire Heavenly Tao sect, there weren't a few people who had been appreciated by him. Even the second and third senior brothers had not been appreciated by the eldest senior brother, thus showing that the eldest senior brother's vision was very high. Therefore, this time, Kang Qiao was able to hear his eldest senior brother's appreciation and was very happy in his heart. Just like when he had worked hard to cultivate to defeat Wong Fei in Heavy Iron City and was praised by his grandfather. That kind of affirmation from his elders made him very happy. Eldest senior brother, second senior brother is impacting the Sun King in the 18th layer of hell. Third senior brother also broke through the divine separation stage to enter the 18th layer of hell. Although it was the first time they had met, Kang Qiao did not have any rustiness in his heart. As the few people sat in third senior brother's hut, Kang Qiao told eldest senior brother about second senior brother and third senior brother's situation. Eldest brother listened calmly. No expression could be seen on his face, only nodding occasionally, somewhat silent. Apart from the 2 words of appreciation of Kang Qiao's not bad at the beginning, he never said a word again. In the hut, Fan Din and Zijin, serious, appearing a bit nervous. After all, the one in front of them was the Bloodblade King. The Bloodblade King that had shaken the cultivation world, belonging to a powerful existence close to the War Elders level. Only Zhao Linga and Kang Qiao were very relaxed, Kang Qiao because he felt affectionate, so he couldn't feel the pressure on his eldest brother, just like facing his second and third brothers. As for Zhao Linga, she had a big personality and even called the War Elder Old Man of War, so naturally, she wasn't afraid of eldest senior brother. This point made Brahma Heart and Little Gold sigh. It was truly true that if a person was ignorant, they were invincible. Eldest senior brother, the Breaking Dawn Immortal Mansion has come out. I've already obtained the key to enter the Immortal Mansion. But Elder War said that there are 6 harmonization stage powerhouses there to blockade it. After briefly recounting the situation of second senior brother, third senior brother, as well as his own situation, Kang Qiao brought the Breaking Dawn Immortal Mansion's matter mentioned. On the side, Zhao Linga, Zijin and Fan Din all of a sudden stared with wide eyes, their faces filled with anticipation. Broken Dawn Immortal Mansion. When eldest senior brother heard this, his eyes instantly lit up and he finally spoke. He laughed and said, "Junior senior brother is lucky to have obtained the inheritance of the Broken Dawn Diffuse Immortal. So be it. Eldest senior brother will accompany you on your journey." The 4 Kang Qiao people were immediately filled with excitement. With eldest senior brother making a move to enter the Dawn-Breaking Immortal Mansion, entering the Dawn-Breaking Immortal Mansion was just around the corner, and the 4 of them would finally have a chance to obtain the Dawn-Breaking Immortal Mansion's inheritance. Why was it said that there was a chance? After all, the Dawn-Breaking Immortal definitely had tests waiting for them, and only by passing these tests would they be able to obtain the inheritance. Even eldest senior brother said, with a grave expression, "The Broken Dawn Scattered Immortal is very powerful. Even the Patriarch could only rely on the might of an immortal weapon in order to defeat him. The tests that he has set up are bound to be uncomplicated. You guys must be cautious and careful. Kang Tia and Brahma Din nodded. Little Gold, on the other hand, grinned. As long as eldest senior brother takes care of those old guys outside, the rest will be left to us. With this young lady stepping in, it's guaranteed to be no problem. Zhao Linga patted her somewhat high chest, full of confidence, but the few people present, including eldest senior brother, all directly ignored her, making her furious and sitting sullenly on the side, sulking with her beak. Swish, eldest senior brother suddenly stood up. Seeing this, Kang Tia and the others also stood up. Let's go, eldest senior brother said softly. Hey, where to? Little Gold froze, not reacting for a moment. Kang Tia and Brahma Din, who were on the side, were full of surprise. Of course, to the dawn-breaking immortal mansion, to help you guys get rid of those old guys, eldest brother laughed. But that smile was filled with killing intent that sent chills down one's spine. It was only at this moment that Kang Chon's for people sensed that the white-clothed youth in front of them was the same Bloodblade King that had crisscrossed the orthodox and demonic battlefield. Eldest brother, are we leaving now? Kang Tia asked with some surprise. He didn't expect eldest senior brother to be so acute. If you guys don't have anything going on, you can leave now. I can see that you guys don't look like you can suppress your cultivation for much longer. Get the inheritance earlier and break through the divine separation stage earlier. Eldest senior brother laughed. No matter. Set off now for this young lady. Zhao Linga cheered at his words. Kang Tia also nodded and said, all right then. After saying that, the few people left the bamboo forest together and prepared to head to the orthodox demon battlefield. On the way out of Dark Gold Peak, Kang Tia once again felt the might of eldest senior brother, and those law enforcement disciples he met along the way, including some heavenly Dao sect elders, looked at eldest senior brother with expressions of excitement, scorn, excitement, fear, respect, and all sorts of other expressions in their eyes. Even Elder Li of the Force Chuan Hall was cautious when talking to eldest brother. This pomp and circumstance all the way out of Dark Gold Peak caused Kang Tia to sigh in admiration. This was the demeanor of a truly strong person, not too far away from the master enforcement elder. Looking at the elder brother, who was dressed in white like snow in front of him, Kang Tia seemed to feel an unattainable mountain peak. But his heart was full of wariness. One day, he would also want to reach this height, and even surpass the elder brother. Star Peak, that harmonization stage elder, is still guarding here. In the past, when Kang Tia took the teleportation array here, this elder would have to tease for a while. But today, this elder was sending Kang Tia and his group away with a face of respect. And Kang Tia even saw that there was a trace of cold sweat sliding down on this elder's forehead. He is a disciple of the Guardian Elder, the same generation as me. In the transmission array, the eldest senior brother transmitted his voice over. Kang Tia was suddenly enlightened. No wonder this person was so in awe of eldest senior brother. Only someone from the same generation as eldest senior brother would be able to truly appreciate the fearsomeness of eldest senior brother. After all, a junior disciple like Kang Tia had only heard some rumors about eldest senior brother, and had not actually seen eldest senior brother make a move. Swish, with a flash of light from the teleportation array, Kang Tia's group disappeared into Star Peak. Whew, finally gone. The elder who was guarding the teleportation array wiped a cold sweat from his forehead and said, with some palpitations, "Strange. What's this god of murder doing going to the orthodox demon battlefield? And that brat Kang Tia, eh? Could it be for the Broken Dawn Immortal Mansion?" As an ensemble stage existence, he was naturally not an idiot and immediately thought clearly about the situation. Heath, the god of slaying has struck. This time the orthodox demon battlefield is lively, but it's none of my business. It's better to be quiet and watch the fun. Thousand Blade Valley. the Star Peak's teleportation array leading here, violently erupted with a burst of light. And then in the eyes of some of the Heavenly Tao sect disciples guarding this place next to them, who were surprised, several powerful auras came. What a strong aura! It's not newcomers coming. It's the Outblood Stage senior brothers. Hurry up and get ready to greet them. An outbreathing stage Heavenly Tao sect disciple droned out, and the few other Yuanying stage disciples around them were immediately filled with respect as they looked towards the teleportation array. Under their somewhat curious gazes, Kang Chon's 5 people slowly appeared. Its senior brother Kang Chia and little brother Jin. The crowd of Heavenly Tao sect disciples exclaimed out in shock when they saw the few people in the teleportation array. And then they became even more respectful, with Kang Chia and Zi Jin becoming famous in the Orthodox battlefield. Their appearance had long been known by the disciples of the Heavenly Tao sect. And now as soon as they appeared, they didn't even want to keep a low profile because the disciples of the Heavenly Tao sect all knew them.